Quick disclaimer for this video. They added Acuna to the team. It's in packs, but Ramsdale wasn't. And on Footbin, you couldn't find Ramsdale's card at the time. You could find Acuna's card. So I don't know what's going to happen in this Headliners team in terms of if Acuna was supposed to be in this or whatever. So when you watch this review, the Acuna Ramsdale part will look a little bit odd, and I don't know how FIFA's going to fix that, but enjoy the rest of the video. Happy Friday, gang. It's the video after the video, and I'm your boy Slater. If you're new to the channel, we do a daily content review on YouTube every single day. In 2 minutes, that tells you what happens in FIFA, so if you are interested in that, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you are a fan of the channel, hit that like button. It helps a ton. But we're going to go through every single Headliners Team 1 player here and the showdown cards and tell you what I think of every single card and what I think maybe their prices might be. It's a brilliant team, right? Headliners is a big-time promo. It's typically the biggest promo pre-Team of the Year. So this is a huge promo. It's going to have 2 teams. I would imagine Team of the Year should launch around the 21st. I would think there's a week break between Headliners and the Team of the Year, but we'll see how it goes. Regardless, we'll jump into it. So I do want to show you guys, we got 2 Showdown SBCs for an 83 overall team of the Team of the Week and an 86 overall team of the Team of the Week, which is Naby Keita versus Mateo Kovacic. And I just want to show you that I think they're basically the exact same player. Typically, they're like different positions or somewhat different cards. And in a very real sense here, I don't actually think they're that different at all. So let me show you what I think about these 2 cards. I feel like this is one where it really comes down to your personal preference. They have 3 different total in-game stats, right? Kovacic has 10 more total stats. I'm sorry, in-game stats, and they had 3 total stats difference. But their pace splits are really similar, right? He's a little bit quicker, but very similar in terms of their differences between acceleration and sprint speed. Naby's a slightly better shooter, but they're both horrible shooters of the ball, to be fair. Kovacic is a better passer in every statistical category. Keita's a better dribbler for the most part as well. So they're almost like identical in a lot of different ways. Keita's a better defender. Kovacic is a little bit better physically. What I will tell you is this, and what I said on my content review was too, I've used Naby Keita a couple times in FIFA at the beginning of games, and I've used Mateo Kovacic. I never feel like Kovacic is a good player, but I do feel like Naby Keita in-game, dribbling-wise, is always really responsive. There's a rumor that this game could get canceled because of COVID results, so I don't know how that would affect this. I would maybe even wait to complete any of these as long as you can to see if there is something like that, because if this gets postponed and rescheduled a month, 2 months down the road, these cards could not be nearly as valuable as they are right now. So that's something to keep in your mind when you're doing these SPCs. But I would probably lean towards Keita just from what I know when I used these cards back in the day. But let's get away from these cards. Let's hop into the Headliners challenge. So Headliners players. So Schick is already down to 20K and 18K. And what I will tell you is these are live cards, right? So Team of the Week, performance-based specials, right? And I think also win-based specials too. So there's usually some sort of win component associated to Headliners where if a team, wins multiple games, they also get some sort of upgrade as well. But regardless of whatever is happening, this is a live card, and it's a very cheap live card. And Patrick Schick is a really strong player in real life and scores a lot of goals, to the point where I would think that with an upgrade or 2, he could be a phenomenal card. He's 4-star skills, 2-star weak foot, which is probably why he's completely irrelevant to a lot of people. But if you're running a 4 budget team, maybe you don't have a lot of coins, and you want to try a new card out, if you can get this guy, around 10, 15K, whatever that range is, because he's going to get some, people are going to be ripping packs right now. You could probably try and snipe one of these dudes really, really cheap. Someone will just list them up to try and get an instant sale. I would say, why not? I mean, it's not like this, it's going to kill you at the end of the day. You're not going to lose many coins, if any at all. Now, he doesn't look like a great card, I'll be really candid. His dribbling's okay, but the balance is a little bit low. Composure is a shocking stat for him because I do think he's a great finisher of the ball. Passing stats aren't great either, Vision. He's just not a super nice card. But once again, if I was running a 4 budget team, a Bundesliga team, maybe I just started an account, I would at least give him a look and maybe give him a shot. I think you just make him stronger at what he already is, maybe decent at, and I would put a Hunter on him if I can find that, and just make him a really, really good striker. It says he's a 91 rated striker. I don't necessarily agree with that 100%, but do I think with these stats that he could get the job done as an out-and-out striker alongside a dribbler? Yeah, I do. Let's move on. We have Antonio Candreva. So an old school player, 4-star, right? He is medium. What is he? Medium, which is not ideal for a card like this, but Nonetheless, he's already getting down to the basically irrelevant discard price type of thing. He's got nice pace splits. 94 acceleration means he's going to feel really quick on that first step. He's got brilliant shot power. He's got solid passing. He's got balanced dribbling. He's not necessarily spectacular at anything, but he is a balanced card. I would probably say he maybe looks the best as maybe like a maestro on him. Get those reactions and dribbling stats up. Make him a way more balanced passer. The shooting stats are just max out in terms of their shot power, or maybe even a marksman. Let's see that. Make him a little more balanced in terms of his dribbling and stuff, but he's just not a fantastic card either. Him and Schick are definitely not the top tier cards in this promo, but what I would say is a couple upgrades. He could be really nice. An engine could make him a really, really strong cam as well, right, at the end of the day. So probably a card, once again, for budget team. Maybe I want to try a new card out for the weekend league. That's whatever. Now, Luis Diaz, I think, is a legitimate card for not a high-rated card. He's 4-star, 4-star. He had a team of the week earlier in the year. And compared to that team of the week, he has 1 more pace, 5 more shooting, 7 more passing, 4 more dribbling, 4 more defending, and 5 more physical. And his team of the week was really nice at the beginning of the game. I had him, I used him, he was spectacular. He's got solid passing stats, not crazy, but not bad. He can't defend, so you need to use him in attack. He's got really strong dribbling stats all the way through. I know that balance is low, but you could work on that. And the pace splits are really nice. 94-94 means he should feel very, very smooth on the ball. He's also high and medium, which you love to see in a card like this. 93 shot power. He looks great already. I think he looks like a really strong card. Give him an engine, max out that pace, max out some of his like dribbling stats, his agility, right? His dribbling together. Give him that 10+ balance, which is huge. Make him a way better passer of the ball. That'd make him a very versatile wide cam, or even central cam with a high medium work rates. I think this is a super strong card. I also think that you could probably use him as a striker if you wanted to. Put a hawk on him, make him a brilliant finisher of the ball. He already has good dribbling and stuff and good pace, and he has 89 composure, right? So he could probably play a striker. I like this card a lot. People have Liga Nos teams this year more than really ever before. So if you're running a side like that, he would be a phenomenal addition to your team. Next, we have Reese James. This is big. I don't think there's a ton of great right backs in the Prem this year that are able to be used for a lot of teams. So him getting a special card is very, very valuable. And also Reese James is one of the more capable wingbacks that is, could score a great goal. He's a brilliant finisher and could score maybe even 2 goals in a game. Has a really good opportunity to get some informs in the game this year, right? Which I think is brilliant for him. He's 3-star, 3-star, which is kind of, you don't really care about that much if you're using a right back right at the end of the day. And I would use him as a right back. I don't think I'd try and put him in the midfield. Not that he couldn't play there, but I think I would keep him where he should be. His shot power should be significantly higher, by the way, if it was indicative of who he is as a player. He has 6 more pace, 3 more shooting, passing, 4 more dribbling, 3 more defending, and 3 more physical than his last inform. So it's basically like a straight up +3 boost. They didn't really do anything too crazy in terms of particular stats here. He's got low agility. Decent pace splits, really good passing for a wingback. He's a solid looking card. I think I'd probably give him an anchor, give him 99 strength, make him a really balanced defender of the ball, or you could just say, you know what, screw it, I want him to be rapid and play with the shadow, and either way, he's a really strong card. His price is going to be strong because he's a Premier League player, right, at the end of the day, and in a position that I think does have a space of need for people. But Reese James looks like a nice card as well. We have Acuna, who this guy is definitely always better as a midfielder. It's just kind of who he is as a card. You guys remember his path to glory last year being one of the best cards in the entire game. He has 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, right? He's just wildly balanced. He can shoot. I mean, I know his finishing is low, but shot power can overcompensate for that a little bit. And 90 composure can help a ton too. He's a great passer of the ball. He's got phenomenal physicals and defending. The worst stats are the ones that are most irrelevant. Jumping and heading accuracy. Who cares about those things for the most part, right? He's got brilliant dribbling for a defender. Once again, he's just a phenomenal midfielder. Could you play him at left back? Of course. Put a shadow on him. He's a great-looking left back, right? You could even put an anchor on him if you really, really wanted to. But what I would say is he's definitely more inclined to be a midfielder. Maybe run like a 5-back that in-game moves to a 4-back, right? Something along those lines where you could put him into the midfield. Or maybe run a 4-back that turns into a 3-back, whatever it might be. But I think this guy would be really strong in the midfield. What I would probably give him is either something along the lines of an engine, make him just a brilliant passer, pace boost, and dribbling stats. I mean, that's probably what I would do. He comes in 89 overall center mid, and I just feel like he can play anywhere. I mean, look at this guy. He has a 90 left wing card, 90 left mid card, 90 left back card, right? He just can play anywhere in the pitch, and that makes him a really versatile card at the end of the day. I don't think I would use Guardian helps a little bit with the defending and physical dribbling stats. So if you want to make him more of like a DM, he's high for your reference, but really nice card, right? Acuna is always a fun card to use in FIFA. Next, we have Simeone, Giovanni Simeone, who had a player of the month. Compared to that, he just has one more pace, one more shooting, two more passing, two more dribbling, one more defending, and one more physical. And he didn't even get a skill or weak foot boost. So I think this is a really huge letdown from EA. For a guy who's playing really strong, right? It's basically just inform boost for these cards, which is a little bit disappointing considering what they've done with winter wildcards or other promos this year. But nonetheless, he does look like a solid striker. But the problem is this card like isn't usable anymore, right? So is one more boost going to really change a whole lot for Simeone? Probably not. He's going to need definitely some multiple boosts for him to become a much stronger card. Can he play striker? Yeah, he has great dribbling stats, great acceleration, great shooting, right? He can certainly do the job. I'm not trying to diminish the card at all. I think he'd do a fine job as a striker, but he's not going to probably blow you away. He probably won't be the best striker you'll play with all year. I would use a hawk on him personally. But the 3-star is a huge letdown for a lot of people. Does that mean he's not usable? No, but it doesn't make him that much that exciting of a card for the Headliners promo. His price will drop down a little bit too, so he'll be very, very like affordable, but not great. Next, we have Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, and this is usually a very fun card using game. Compared to his inform 2+ everywhere besides physical, so it really is just what looks like a very standard boost, right? Overall, what you see the overall is what he's been boosted to compared to their last special card. 4-star, Atletico Madrid links, a lot of Liga links. And just as a fun, usually very fun creator in the game. I think 89 shot power, 85 finishing with 83 composure isn't fantastic, but still could potentially get the job done as if you want to use him, use like a chem style that would focus on other areas. And in doing so, I once again would lean back to an engine. 99 dribbling, 86 balance boost, which is probably his biggest concern, makes him rapid and a brilliant passer of the ball. That's what I would look to personally do with this card. You could also look at maybe like a Maestro, boost that shot power, which compensates a lot for the finishing, helps his reactions and dribbling, and then helps his passing too if you feel like he's quick enough and pacey enough on the ball. Regardless, really nice card. Always a fun card in FIFA. Always feels very silky and smooth. Obviously a card that we all knew would get one, and Cuckoo has already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 specials in this game, and now make it 6. This guy is someone that you could make a whole team potentially in the year of just in Cuckoo specials, which would be wild. Nonetheless, here he is. He's 4-star, 3-star. Compared to his road to the team of the group stage. I'm all over the place here. My apologies. Card, he has 1 less pace, 1 more shooting, 1 more passing, 3 more defending, and 3 more physical, which actually is a decent boost at least in that category. Him losing pace is stupid, to be fair, but whatever. He does have great dribbling. You don't need to touch it. He's a really strong box-to-box midfielder. I used his rule breaker for a long time, and I really loved him. 89 stamina. I think you would definitely want to boost his defending and physicals, so I'd probably just put an anchor on him. Make him a more balanced strength player and aggression, and then help his defending stats a lot with giving him that pace boost. If you wanted to, you could technically say, you know what, that isn't a bad pace split for a player in this game, especially a midfielder. You could look and just say Sentinel and make him a much stronger defender. Look at that card, his worst base card stats in 83+. So, at the end of the day, that would make him a lot stronger, more balanced of a card. But Nkuku's going to be an absolute baller. French links, Bundesliga. I understand why this card would be very versatile. Now, I think this is probably one of the best cards of the entire group, and because if you've ever played against Koulibaly's Player of the Month that many people did not complete, that came out so early in the game, you'll know that he's one of the best center backs in the entire game, and still is. He's been phenomenal for a long time. He's got 1 more pace, 1 more passing, 2 more dribbling, 1 more defending, and 2 more physical. So it's not a huge boost. Again, we're kind of seeing a trend here with this team, but he's a baller and a live card, right? And so with those 2 things in mind, makes him an incredibly strong player. I know it's his 36 balance. I know it's his 54 agility. He's a hoss, and he's hard to get around. He reminds me a lot of Varane last year. I feel like he's just this super OP wide body player, and as a result, will be a stud. Put an anchor on him if you want to. He's just phenomenal at everything defending wise, and that's probably what I would do. You could maybe even, if you really wanted to, I would never suggest this personally, but you could because of how good his base defending and physical stats are. You could argue an engine on him to give him the same pace boots, help his passing, and then help some of his dribbling stats as well. But at the end of the day, he's a stud. Beast of a defender. I think he's just a super strong player. And I would 100% love to use this card. I hope I pack this card somehow, some way. Now moving on, we have Virgil Van Dijk, who will be very, very expensive, over 1 million coins already. Just a really strong player in FIFA, a card that it's good to have back right after his injury last year. It's good to see a card of his type, a special of his again, and just a brilliant card. I mean, at the end of the day, I know the pace splits once again, but you know, when you're a big body center back like that, your width, your size, they can compensate for the fact that maybe your first step isn't as strong because you just cover more ground. And he certainly will do that. He looks absolutely wonderful. His defending stats are super strong. His physical stats are brilliant. 71 standards are relevant. It's actually good passing for a player of his type as well, too. I would probably just put a shadow on him. He has max 99 in every important defending stat, and then 99 sprint speed and 79 acceleration. This guy will be one of the best center backs in the game for a significant time. Finally, we have Felipe Anderson and Bape. So Felipe Anderson is an objective card. I think it's super reasonable. There's a headliners friendly challenge if you want to go ahead and complete that. And he's a nice card, man. 4-star, 4-star. Look at the dribbling stats, right? Really strong all the way through. 83 reactions is by far and away his worst stat. Everything else is 90 plus. Great pace splits. 94 shot power is fantastic, and honestly, really strong passing. He's a great card. You'd be a brilliant wide cam, wing card in this game, or even a central cam in this FIFA right now. I think you could do a lot of different things with this card. You could put a hawk on him if you want him to be a little more strong, maybe in attack. I would probably lean a little bit more towards, once again, like an engine. But a Maestro, I think, helps his reactions. So that could be something you could look at too. Make him 99 shot power, a brilliant passer, and then all of a sudden he's got 99 dribbling, right? So 99 dribbling with 93 reactions makes him a brilliant card. You could look at a marksman too, if you wanted to. But I think I would probably lean... I'd probably lean towards either a Maestro with him, or something along the lines of like a hunter or a hawk. Is probably what I would lean towards with this card. But for a free card, really great card from EA to drop as well. And finally, we have the big boy, Kylian Mbappe, who is, we'll see where he nets out at. He is at 6 million on PlayStation and 5.6 on Xbox with a 6.1 max price. And Mbappe every year is just one of the best cards in the game. Ever since he became a cover star player, he's a glitch. As one of the foot market would say, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 99 pace. Don't even need to touch it. Without any chem style, he's the fastest player in the game. He has wonderful dribbling stats. Even his balance being lower, it does not matter. He feels so different and dynamic in the game. 86 vision, 89 short passing, 75 long passing. He is an out-and-out, getting behind striker. He has 95 finishing and 88 shot power. So for me, I'd look at a finisher for this card. Puts him at 99 agility, 90 balance, 99 dribbling, 98 shot power, 99. I mean, that makes him just a god. Just an absolute god of a striker. And with 89 short passing, he should be very, very smooth in the build-up, right? In 1-2s, short 1-2s, you shouldn't notice him as a bad passer at all. You could also look at, once again, a marksman if you want to. It would help make some of his other dribbling stats, not his balance, significantly better, and then help him a little bit with his strength. You could also look at a Maestro, as always, right? Help that passing a little bit more, help his reactions and dribbling. But for me, I definitely think at the end of the day, a finisher is what I would probably go with on him, and he will be one of the best cards in the entire game. So that is your review of Headliners Team number 1. We'll do a team review of Team number 2. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you for a video another time.